Peace and love, fam. Welcome to the channel. It's your boy Monte. You know who I am, you know what I do, and you know how I get down. For those of you new, thank you for stopping by and checking in on the channel. Hopefully you'll find what it is that I got to give to be beneficial to what it is that you're trying to accomplish. If that is the case, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. For those of you who have been riding with me, as I say on every video, I'm appreciative of your support. I'm grateful for your continued support. And let's keep on making things happen with this channel. For those of you who are new, I don't only talk about lifestyle and life in general. We talk a ton about fitness. I have exercise videos that you can take advantage of. I have like 50 of them. The title of it would be Free Workout Number 1, 2, 3, 4. You put in the number and then the workout will come up, all right? That's something that you can follow and incorporate into your daily regimen if you want to. Also, I have videos dealing with nutrition. I have videos dealing with fasting, dealing with detox, dealing with herbs, breaking down the benefits of the herbs. And I have a ton of herbs in my pantry myself that I utilize on a daily basis. I have videos dealing with the CBD oils, etc. Guys, you name it, I'm trying to put it out there. All right. So this is part 2 of the video that I just posted the other day, and it's Understanding the Male Species Part 2. So we'll have Part 1 posted up in here as well, a link to it if you haven't seen Part 1. You want to see Part 1 in order to get the understanding of what I'm saying here in Part 2. A brief review of Part 1 is I just broke down the basic common things that the male species has innately, meaning from the beginning. And if those things are not altered, hormonally speaking, from endocrine disruptors such as chemicals, toxins, pesticides, herbicides, etc., then these things are the primitive nature of the man. And then we talk about the evolved man. But let's just break it down right here. So we talk about natural evolution. So we talk about the mental stability of the individual, of the male species, guys. We're talking about an emotional maturity. We're talking about a spiritual awakening. And we're talking about communal embracement, guys. That means that that male has evolved to the point where he understands that it's about more than himself. It's about more than his drive to be a protector, to be a provider, and to procreate or reproduce. It's way more than that. This is when he has evolved, guys. So natural evolution is when the man becomes mentally stable, becomes emotionally mature, spiritually awakening, and now a spiritual awakening. Now, I'm not talking about religion, guys. Remember, religion is something that is constructed by man. Spiritual awakening is something that's innately in the individual, and it doesn't have to be tied to any specific religion. You can have your religion, guys, but what I'm saying is spirituality has nothing to do with a made religion that is in the world today. And I'm not saying that religion is bad. I'm just telling you that it has nothing to do with spirituality, meaning that you could be spiritual and never be tied to a religion. You can be religious and not be spiritual. You can claim religion and not be spiritual. We've seen that many times. All right, so we're talking about communal embracement, meaning again, that individual embraces the community. That individual is about having empathy and having concern and having a will to try to uplift the community as a whole and work hand in hand with his fellow man. All right, so this is the natural evolution of a male who does not have a psychosis. We talked about psychosis. Now we're dealing with the psychotic evolution. So it led perfect segue right into that. So this is a male that is mentally unstable. That doesn't mean that they can't function. That doesn't mean that they can't own businesses. That doesn't mean that they can't be in relationships. But it does mean that their mental state is not stable as the natural evolution of a man who is not psychotic. Because when he's psychotic, he can still be functional within the society, but at the end of the day, he's going to cause a lot of pain to a lot of people. Emotionally, he's apathetic, meaning that he really doesn't have a feel within himself. He cannot connect to his emotion. This goes along with his psychotic state. And it doesn't mean that he's crazy in the sense that he can't function. Like I said before, it's more of he is able to function within the society, but he lacks the evolutionary tools to become a real, true, evolved human being. All right? Spiritual emptiness. They may claim spirituality, but at the same time, their works, and you'll see their behavior, will let you know that they haven't met the criteria of spiritual awakening. Communal dominance, meaning he wants to dominate the community. He wants to dominate his spouse. He wants to dominate other human beings. He doesn't want to work with them. He may have to work with them in order to achieve what it is that he wants, but it's not about uplifting others. It's about his dominance. And then he is a conqueror of people, meaning that, again, he doesn't want to work with people for the common uprise of all people. It's more of a dominating, conquering type of approach to people, all right? Again, this goes back to Charles Darwin, Darwinism. When he talks about the survival of the fittest, again, he's coming from a primitive state of mind. Again, his approach to how the human being is innately driven is an approach that is in the primitive state. The human being is not a human being until he evolves out of the primitive state. So Darwinism is wrong when it comes to that. Is the innate inevitability of the human being to be one who wants to conquer and destroy others. That is not the evolved human being. That is the primitive state of the human existence. All right, guys, we have part 3 coming up on this series. Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. And thanks for your support. Peace and love, guys. Peace.